Hello, my name is Robbie Lewis. I'm a registered dietitian with St. Vincent's Wellness Services in Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm here today to inform you of one ingredient that you most likely have in your pantry that is a powerhouse of different meals and different nutritional properties. What am I talking about? Oatmeal. Oatmeal has so many benefits to it. And what's great about oatmeal is it doesn't have a lot of flavor until you add ingredients to it. I'm not talking about those little packets that already have the seasonings and the flavorings added to it. I'm talking about old-fashioned rolled oats, or you can use steel-cut oats. What's the difference between the two, you might ask? It's all about how they're prepared. So the steel-cut oats are not mashed and they are not as processed. So they tend to cook as a heartier oatmeal. Your rolled oats are going to have a softer mouthfeel as you're eating them, and you can use either one of these. I do recommend, just from a dietitian's perspective, that you purchase gluten-free or organic oats. And the reason that I say that is there's a lot of research out there that's finding that it's been tainted with some chemicals, pesticides, and so forth. So just to keep you healthy, try to buy your organic oatmeal and just get the regular old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats, and then we can talk about toppings. So I've got 5 different ways today that you can flavor your oatmeal. Does not have to be for a breakfast food. And that's what I love most about oats. It's kind of like rice in a sense, that you could have it for breakfast or lunch or dinner. It just depends on how you prepare it and what you add to it. So what I typically do at my house, sometimes there's just 2 of us, sometimes there's 4 of us, but every single time I go ahead and I cook up a whole batch on the stove. It only takes about 5-6 minutes to cook. So I use 4 cups of water, and I add 2 cups of oats, and I simply boil it until it thickens and it's ready to go. So what are some ways that you can season? One of the old-fashioned favorites that typically we get in the packets are going to be our raisin and cinnamon. So the raisins add a great source of fiber, your natural sugars. It shouldn't raise your blood sugar too much because we've got the fiber in the oats. And then the cinnamon adds a little bit of sweet spice without adding any added sugar. So this is a simple way to put 1 cup of oats in your bowl and 2 tablespoons of raisins, or you could use apples or any other fruits that you might have at this time, and just sprinkle your cinnamon over it. Ta-da! It's delicious. What else might you have in your pantry? Maybe you have some canned pineapple. So I had some tidbits, which I like the little pieces. And so I topped my 1 cup of oatmeal with probably about 1/4 of a cup of tidbits. And I sprinkled it on top with some coconut. Key ingredient. If you needed a little bit more sweetener, instead of adding sugar or brown sugar or syrup, you could simply look into getting some liquid stevia, put a few drops, stir it all together, and it adds a little natural sweetness that doesn't spike your blood sugar or affect your heart. All right, so we've got the pineapple with coconut. What if you like a little bit heartier oatmeal? I've got some craisins, and I've got some pumpkin seeds. So this could be any nuts at all or any seeds. So just adding a little bit of protein, adding a little bit of healthy fat, some B vitamins in there, with a little bit of sweetness with your cranberries. So this is another way that you can look at developing a nice meal. What if there's kids around? PB&J. Can't go wrong with a little bit of nut butter or peanut butter is what I have. Sometimes I use almond butter. It doesn't have as strong of a flavor. So if you're not a big peanut butter fan and you're okay having almonds, go ahead and try that. And it's not going to be as strong of a flavor. And then whatever jelly you have on hand, hopefully you've got something where you can put a tablespoon of each, stir it all up, and it's like you're having your sandwich, but a little bit more fiber. Awesome. And my last one, if you're not into the sweet, we do have the savory. So I fried up 1 egg. I added a tablespoon of my favorite salsa that I keep in my refrigerator. And I added some avocado. If you don't have avocado, that is perfectly fine. This is a great meal for in the evening. And honestly, it's very filling. So you will be completely satisfied with the fiber and the healthy fats and the little bit of vegetables that we threw in there with your salsa. And then the egg's gonna hold you for a bit. You can even top it with a little bit of cilantro if you have some. Give it some final touches there. Bon appetit! Thank you for tuning in to this brief snippet of how you can stay healthy while you're at home during the quarantine. I'm Robbie Lewis, registered dietitian with St. Vincent's Wellness Services. Until next time, bye.